Hello, and welcome to Black Pen episode 77. So, today we will be talking about enhancing your home value versus nice to have. So, if you watched my previous episode, I did talk about appraisals or design center and appraisals. And so, today we're going to talk about just lost all train of thought. So we're going to talk about what enhances the home and what are your nice to have. So again, like I tell you all, those design centers, they are like a candy store for adults. Everything looks beautiful in there. When I tell you, it's just top tier. And I'm still working on going to see other builders um, design centers, because again a lot of them have let them go, because a lot of people, they go and they buy all of that stuff, and then when it's time to pay, because it affects your price, so it pushes that price up. So it's not like when you go to the design center, okay, your house is 450, and then you go to that design center, your house no longer is 450, it might be 550, because those things are extra higher, if that makes sense. Those things are a lot higher. And then let me tell you a secret. Some of those things are the same brands that you can get out of Home Depot. So again, kudos to the builders who let the design centers go. Those are that, I think that to me is the best move I have seen so far. But some of them still have like little packages and stuff you can pick. Like you can get a different type of faucet thing. So you can get brass, you can get black, you can get chrome. So they still leave a little bit of customization, but again, they're pretty much putting like little packages and stuff together, because they're like, no, we're not gonna do design center. So let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Latosca Asberry, and I am a real estate agent from the great state of Texas. And I forgot to tell you all about my book, Home Sweet New Home, where I am educating buyers on buying a new construction home. So let's go ahead and get into it. So number one, we're going to talk about enhanced real value. So what's going to give you your rate of return? So when you think about value, think about broad appeal. These items that almost every future buyer will want and pay for. So you're talking about square footage, because a lot of us want a big space, because most of us are coming from apartments, and we already know what those square footages are. Most of the apartments are under 2,000 square feet, just depending on what size, how many bedrooms you have, and how old the place is versus how new the place is. And then speaking of which, let me tell my story. Okay, so my first apartment, it was small, y'all, but it was modern, but it was really small. And then when I moved to my second set of apartments, they were older, but it was bigger. The living room was bigger. The room was bigger, so my bed didn't take up the whole room. Because in my first apartment, my bed took up my whole room just about. It left me enough space to put my dresser in there and my TV. That's how small those rooms were. Now the bathroom was big, don't get me wrong. So in the modern apartment, the bathroom was big. But in the older apartments, the bathroom, it was still big, but it was narrow, so it made it look like it was big, but it was narrow. The kitchen in the older place, it was real narrow. So put it like this: you only two people at a time could be in that kitchen. And when I say two people, somebody got to either be over there washing dishes, or somebody in there cleaning the refrigerator. So you couldn't be like right here, because the sink was right here and the oven was right here. And so it's like, well, no, this is not going to work. But so I say that in terms of, because now what people say is with the new construction homes is okay, yeah, but the rooms aren't big. The secondary rooms are not big. You get more space when you get an older home. Yeah, but let me tell you something. When you go to those older places, your utility bills are also high as well. Because when I was in the modern apartments, when I kid you not, I had the cheapest TXU bill in the history, you all. When I say the cheapest, and well, I didn't cut it home either because hey, I wasn't there most of the time. I was at work. Shoot, you trying to pay market rate rent? Not it's a difference between paying Section 8 rent and market rate rent. That's no shade, but it is. It's a big difference when you're paying market rate rent. And so I'm at work, and I'm hugging the clock like the next person. I'm trying to get some overtime too, so I can have some extra spending money to spend on myself. And so I still had a TXU bill, but it was fairly cheap. I'm talking about $50 cheap. And yes, I did not have it all year round, so they still sent me a bill. But once I got to the older apartments, because yeah, it was cheaper, the rent was cheaper, but those utility bills kicked in. I'm talking about over $150 bill, $173 bill. I mean, I had to step out and ask my neighbor, "Hey, how much is your TXU bill?" Because I'm like, Lord have mercy, it's just me, and I'm in a unit where it's just single people, and I'm just like, "Ooh, wow!" And I'm like, "Why is my bill so high?" I have a tree out there that blocks the sun from coming in. And I'm like, golly, why is this bill so high? And I say this to say this, you have to weigh your odds. Sure, you'll get some space in these older model homes and apartments, sure, but those utility bills gonna kick you behind. Yeah, the modern, I was gonna say modern hotels, the modern homes and the modern apartments. Sure, some of those, just depending on the builder, yes, I will agree with you. Those secondary bedrooms are pretty small, and sometimes, but you ain't hear this from me. Sometimes those primary bedrooms can be small as well too, and that don't go from that now. I'm talking about those $1 million properties because I used to go on these tours. The title company used to sponsor these tours for us, and we would go up to the I don't want to say wealthy, but we would go up to those areas like Hollyville, South Lake, West Lake, where the money is flowing, and and a lot of them are custom builders, so they're custom. And so I'm looking, and you don't want to say nothing out loud. And some of my relative friends beat me to it. They said it out loud. Ooh, this is a really small bedroom. But if you go in the bathroom makes up for everything. I'm talking about walk-in closet is huge, like a mall. The bathroom, the bathtub, the walk-in shower, it makes up for that. But still, you're not gonna spend most of your time in the bathroom. You're gonna spend your time in the bedroom. I'm just like, ooh. And then sometimes you can walk into new homes where all the bedrooms are about the same size, and you really can't tell which room is what. Besides, you know, now you can always tell sometimes. You can always, they have to have the doors and stuff open to kind of like tell you, oh, okay, this is the primary bedroom in here. So, yeah, this is it. But, oh, golly, it looks to be about the same size as this room over here. So, again, you all look for, and I know your budget too. So, your budget does play a role, but I'm just giving you that scenario or slash my personal story about buying old versus buying new. So people look at square footage, they look at utilities, so they look at the extra bedrooms because now people are still working from home. Some builders are still building offices, home offices, and some builders have gotten away from that. And some buyers still want that extra bedroom where they can turn it into a home office or a content room, but you still have people that create content and things like that. And so instead of going and renting out a space, hey, I can do this from my house. And so, so look at those things as well. And kitchen and the bathroom. So they say that that's the top seller, the kitchen and the bathroom. So you have to make sure that that is always looking up to date. And a tip that I like to give out as well is go to Home Depot, go to Lowe's, go look over in the kitchen section and see what the new cabinets is looking like, what is the island looking like, the refrigerator and things like that. And sometimes there can be no change. And how often do they change how kitchens and bathrooms look? I really don't know. That is a good question. And sometimes it can be as small as changing out the fixtures on the cabinets. I'm not saying go tear the cabinets down and rebuild them back up. Sometimes it can be a small thing as putting, like I said, different light fixtures in there, taking off the hardware, putting new hardware on there, changing out the faucets to make it look more modernized. The bathroom, just depending on your bathroom, I'm just gonna go out and say some of them already have the separate tub and shower. Some have the double vanity sink. Some have the big walk-in closets. So it's really not, again, it's really not a lot to do off in there because people look for the big walk-in closet. Some builders are splitting the walk-in closets. I think it's a neat idea, just depending on who do it now. If everybody do it, no. But I like this one particular builder. They split them up. I thought that was a really cute idea. And again, in there, all you probably need to do is just change the faucets out to make them look more modern. But if you go into Home Depot and you see the same faucet that you already have there, then that lets you know, hey, this is good. I don't have to do all of this. I don't have to do all of these changes in here. I can just get it ready for the market whenever I'm ready to sell. Curb appeal, you all, which a lot of people are not going to have the problem with the curb appeal because most of these communities, I'm gonna probably say 99% of these communities are HOA, so you don't have to worry about seeing grass being all the way up to your car door. So you really won't have to worry about that. In some communities, especially up north in Haslett, so if you know where Haslett is at, I know of a community, they take care of your front yard because you have to keep the community looking nice, but that's what brings in the buyers. Because you're not gonna come over here and the grass is tall as your car door. You're not gonna want to come over here. You got broken lights. Um, the amenity center is not looking worth anything. So again, you won't have to too much worry about that thing of a lot of those things because a lot of that is that's going to be covered by HOA, and HOA is not going to let no one's grass grow tall as the car door. So yeah, so you won't have to too much worry about that. So that's like to enhance the value. And see, the builders, they are also listening to you all, and they seeing the DIY projects. So they're seeing all of the things, because again, you all, it's not a separate social media. So they're on all the platforms, and they taking the notes, the good and the bad. And so what they're trying to do, and this is, in my opinion, they're trying to cut down on that DIY. Because sometimes those DIYs, they don't always come out right. It looks good when they're doing it on the video or on social media. It looks good, but when you do it, it looks completely different. So a lot of that, they're taking a lot of that work out of. Lord have mercy, the stuff just leaving my mind. So they're taking a lot of guesswork out of it. Oh, okay. So they're wanting a decorative wall. Okay, we'll do that. So they want the crisscross. Okay, we'll give them that brick wall. Oh, they want this. Okay, we'll give that to you all. They'll pretty much make stuff like that standard. But again, it all depends on your builder as well. So let's get on down to the nice to have. And so this is where you go down to either the design center, or you step into another room and they show you like these different packages that they have to offer. And so you think, oh, okay, well, this is going to enhance the house. But again, you just want to be careful when you walk into those design centers, because again, that makes the price go up. So that's not included. That just makes the price goes up. So those aren't bad choices, but you need to realize you are paying for your lifestyle, not your bank account. So personalization. So super specific color walls, niche built-ins for a hobby you have, or highly patterned towels. If you love it, do it. Just expect the future buyer to pay a premium um, to keep it. So yeah, so you can go in there. Like I said, you can go in the design center and not do as you please, but you want to stay in budget. Because like I said, it's pretty. It is pretty. I need to put that on my list to get out there to another one in 2026 to let you all see. It is very, very pretty there. And you want to buy everything, and that is not, I don't recommend that. And then the luxury flooring, because everybody wants that hardwood look. And what I was told about hardwood, again, because I'm going to now, not like now, but I've had last year, I have went in and I have talked to the people in the flooring department at Home Depot. And according to him, this just my opinion, I don't know if hardwood is going to be a good choice, because they say after a while it starts buckling. Something about some heat, and oh my goodness, I said, oh, that sounds like a lot of maintenance on these floors. And it's like, whoa, I don't know if I would want that, especially if you have children, dogs, high traffic areas in the home. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I would want. Just give me the luxury vinyl, whatever the builder chooses to give me. But I mean, again, the choice is yours. But hardwood floors are high, very, very high maintenance, and I don't think you want to drag your furniture across hardwood floors, because I had a friend who had them installed in her home, and once they dragged that furniture across the hardwood floors, I saw all the little scrapes, and I didn't notice them until she brought it to my attention. She said, "Look," she said, "when they brought my furniture back in." She said, look at all these scratches on the floor." I said, "Golly, whoo, golly." And again, you just don't want to overvalue your home. And I'm not saying that you can't do these things. You can, you just don't want to over value. And then sometimes get, and I know I'm contradicting myself because I'm like, they watching y'all do all DIYs, but you might can get some of that stuff done a little cheaper. But if you're scared of, about the shoddy work, or then sure, go ahead and let the builder do it. You just again don't want to overvalue. You basically you don't want hardwood floors all throughout your house. You don't want 24 karat gold faucets in the kitchen and in the bathroom, well, the primary bathroom, and then you think that you're gonna sell your house for $1 million. I'm like, yeah, but 30 days ago, the house that's kind of just like this one, it sold for 550. No, you're not gonna get, $1 million for it, because people, when they go out and do these things to the home, they are expecting to get their money back, and it just don't always work out that way. Well, all right, you all. So if you have any questions about enhancing your home, or the nice to haves, go ahead and put that down in the comment, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day.